If you look at the Electoral Commission Act, which you will find in your study material, you will see the main functions of the IEC contained in Section 5. Some of these we've already discussed, one being free and fair elections. Then, a very important function of the IEC is to ensure the administration of the voters' roll. This is where they actually register the voters, the addresses of the voters are registered, and this is how they know where voters are supposed to vote. This is why, again, the Constitutional Court judgment in Tlokwe is so important, because the court found that the IEC didn't register the voters with sufficient particularity. This caused a problem, because now we don't know where these voters are registered and in which wards they're supposed to be voting. Another function is to register political parties. Every political party must be registered before they can contest elections. Here you may be familiar with the PLC, or the Party Liaison Committee, which is really a platform for the IEC to communicate effectively with political parties post and pre-election. They discuss the rules for the elections, the rules for campaigning, and how to go about campaigning, and all other things that are important with the run-up to elections and also the results. The IEC also needs to administer the elections, which means they need to run it nationally, locally, municipally, and they also need to provide voter education, which is what we are doing here today. But the IEC also provides a broader scope of voter education. That is why they partner with organizations such as the SABC, Deaf SA, Blind SA, and also Legal Education and Development. One of the other functions of the IEC is to partner with key stakeholders, like again, for example, Legal Education and Development. As I mentioned earlier, electoral law and everything really pertaining to elections wasn't a very litigious environment up until 2 years ago. Now it is a litigious environment, so there needs to be a constant review of the legislation, interpretation of the legislation, and the court needs to hear matters on electoral law in order to make appropriate decisions and set precedents.